Dennis here at Cappel Training and Shoeing. This is a recap on the horse about how to tell if your broke horse is ready to ride. You know, I appreciate all the comments that you all have made about this video. It is a really good video, and I think it's one that you're going to want to come back to and watch and re-watch to glean all the little nuggets that are in it. But you know, one person made the comment that there seems to be a lot of stuff about unbroke horses or horses that have problems, but there's not a lot about you know, a horse that you're used to using every day. So in this particular video, you're going to see that right away this horse steps up and challenges me, and he does it quiet. This is what horses that are quote broke do. They don't usually just swallow their head and go off bucking. Some of them do, but you know, most of them are going to be quiet about how they challenge you, and you're either going to be aware of it or you're not. And this video is really going to raise your awareness of how and when and what to do when they do. For example, when I untied this horse and I let him off and I stopped, the first thing he did was he stepped in too close. That's a challenge. Why is that a challenge? Because if he can get in closer to me, they instinctively know that they have control of you. They have power over you. You know, you've just got to recognize that. Some of you are used to allowing your horses to be up in there, so you're failing to recognize that. And then that's when the statement will come in, well, all of a sudden, he did this. It didn't happen just all of a sudden. That's what this whole video is about. With this particular one, the reason that I'm doing this on this is I'm getting ready on this horse to take him up and work a whole bunch of fresh horses. Now, I want him to be the director of the reindeer games. I don't want him to be the one that joins in on the reindeer games while I'm on him. So therefore, I'm taking the time here on the ground to prepare this horse the best I can so that I can utilize this horse. So he's a useful element of my program. And so that he can have fun, I can have fun, and we can accomplish a task with these horses that are just going to be out there running and bucking and carrying on. The energy is going to be extremely high. It's going to be high out there, so I need for this horse to be with me. I don't need him to get distracted by that energy and want to join in and want to run and buck and play with him while I'm on him. So, you know, and that, you know, horses are not robots. They just aren't. They never arrive at a point where they're just there. I guarantee you that all of the horses that you see showing in high-level competition, ones that are winning anyway, have had a team of people preparing that horse. And what are they doing when they're preparing those horses? They're reading those horses to see, does he feel, does he need more, does he need less? What does it take with this particular individual to set the stage so that when we stick him in the bright lights of competition, that he can show the best of his ability or her ability what she's got? They don't just take them horses out of the stall and go out there and knock a little dirt off, put the saddle on, and hope it works out there, because it won't. You know, it just won't. And the preparation takes more time. It's more involved. It requires a lot. It requires a lot. On that same line of thought about horses aren't robots, I just thought it might be interesting to give Elon Musk a challenge to see if he can come up with some kind of a robot that could ride a horse. He might be able to find one that can sit on a horse, but he's not going to be able to find one that can ride a horse. Why? Because that horse is thinking, that horse is making decisions, that horse is responding to or not responding as they need to, and that robot ain't going to be smart enough to know when that horse made a right decision, when he made a wrong decision. So, therefore, I have decided right here and right now, human beings are smarter than robots, no matter what everybody else says. So, anyway, I think that's a pertinent thought, and it's the reason that I'm doing this video. And this horse gives me plenty of opportunity to show you to recognize when was the challenge and what did I do to meet the challenge. And the nice thing about this horse, he's polite enough to stand there and wait on me to tell you what I just saw and why I just did it. So it becomes real slowed down, makes it easier for you to go out and implement, which is probably going to be a little faster in real world time. That brings up another topic. We're getting ready to come out with a course that fits this topic that we're just talking about, called the Confidence Amplifier course. Amplifier course. When you know that you know, then you're going to walk out and you're going to have confidence, and your horse is going to see that, and they're going to respond more favorably to you just because they can see and read your confidence. They're reading you just as you need to be reading them. And the reading of the horse is naturally part of this confidence amplifier course. And in that, this confidence is every winner that I just talked about that had their horses prepared will have the look of confidence when they're out there doing what they're doing. So the preparation is a developmental process to elevate how the world, how the horses are seeing you, and causes everything to sort of roll together. We're going to talk about the position of advantage when it comes to working with a horse in this course. And that is how to get in position so that you can influence the horse's thoughts, so that you can influence the horse's body, to get down to the horse's feet, so you can ultimately have control of that horse's feet by your position, where you're at, whether you're riding him or whether you're on the ground. And then our energy. What does that have to do with the price of eggs on Mount Rushmore? Energy is everything, because it is the only tool that we have to communicate with the horse. We're either in control of it, and we have control of the full range of energy from very low to very high, or we're going to feel like that we have it in spots and we don't. We want to have control of it from high to low all the time. So we want to be consciously aware of how we're bringing it up, how we're letting it down, and how it affects the horse. So these things are all part of that course. You can get them at our website of Dennis Cappel Training and Shoeing, and I know it's something that you're really going to enjoy and get a lot of good out of it. So I appreciate you watching the videos for us, and also, if you wouldn't mind, if you're liking the content, go ahead and share them with your friends, and please hit subscribe. Thank you very much.